Lovely. Welcome ladies to this week's Express Your Inner Guidance. We are going to do a 15 to 20 minute guided meditation with the help of my beautiful bowls here today. And then we'll go into the artwork. So if you're watching the replay and you need to get stuff set up, just pause it. We spend about 10 minutes doing an artistic expression. If you don't have artwork materials, that's fine. Just know that when you do this meditation, that the way that you might express it out afterwards might be more verbal, might come out in songs, might be, just in the energy that it takes to move you around in your day. You can set the intention for that if you like. But if you are doing the artwork, the intention is to just sit with this guided meditation, which you can sit for, or you can actually move around. You don't have to just be seated throughout this meditation. It's just about connecting you into your own body, your own energy field, to access any of that wisdom that's there ready to be released today into your artwork. So if we are ready, I'm just going to mute Janet and Vic so we don't get any background noise. So if you're just getting yourself comfortable, and feet flat on the floor if you're seated, and just taking a few nice deep breaths. Bringing your focus from outside your body to inside. Tuning into those physical sensations in your body. The connection that you have with the seat or the surface that you're sitting on. Feel of your feet on the floor or in your shoes. And tuning into the sounds around you and the sounds of the bowls. And allowing these sounds, the sound of my voice, to relax you, bring you into a nice deep relaxed state. And tuning into the crown of your head, the area just above the top of your head, and imagining a beautiful white light streaming in through the crown of your head. And allowing this universal life force energy to flow into your head, filling behind your eyes, filling your mind, and there might be thoughts still coming. Just noticing these and letting any thoughts that come up just be a reminder to come back to your breath or back to the sound of my voice. And as you breathe, pulling this white light down into your jaw, into your throat, imagining it starting to loosen and clear away anything that's not serving you. Letting it run down into your shoulders. Feeling your shoulders relax. Letting any of that tension from your shoulders, imagine it running out your arms. Let it run down your arms and trickle out your fingertips. Feeling this white light coming down into your chest, into your heart and lungs. Letting it fill your torso, filling down into your stomach. Relaxing all of those muscles of your back. Imagining any pain or tension just being loosened and allowed to just swirl around as we fill, fill down into your hips. And feel it swirling around in your hips, down into both of your thighs, picking up any other energies that are ready to leave. And feeling them start as a trickle down through your knees, through your calves and your shins, eventually out the soles of your feet. And staying with this for a few minutes, this energy pouring in through your crown, rinsing through your whole system. Just allowing yourself to notice as we do this, anything that comes up. Notice anywhere in your body. There might be tension, any tingles or sensations. And just noticing each one, coming back to that visual of, or the feeling of that energy pulling in, rinsing out the whole inside of your body, draining away anything that's no longer serving you out through your feet. Letting it drain down into Mother Earth. Beautiful, feeling your body relaxing. Feeling your mind clearing. Feeling that density washing away. And these new, clearer vibrations coming in. Feel everything just draining away till your whole body is feeling bright and vibrant. Now just see if you can expand that out. Allow it to fill your energy field like a giant egg around your body. Just a beautiful radiant white light. Now any other colour might come up. Just noticing what comes up for you. Just noticing any colours, any shapes, any textures or images. These might be quite abstract, might be memories. Not worrying about remembering what comes up. There's no expectation. Just enjoying, relaxing. And breathing. And just taking a minute to ask for any guidance, allowing you to put into your artwork anything that needs to be expressed today. It's not something you need to think about, just to allow yourself to choose the colours, to choose the motions, to put down whatever is ready to be put down on paper. And taking a few nice deep breaths, coming back into your body just enough to do your artwork, staying nice and relaxed. And taking your time just to breathe. Allow yourself permission to just be playful in what you express. Remembering just to keep your jaw nice and relaxed. Just noticing if there's any tendency to start thinking about what you're doing. Just coming back to your breath. Reminding yourself just to relax and breathe. So, Miss Janet, if you're finishing up, we'll take the cue from you today. Miss Vix had to jump out and go to work. It's looking like you're still muted, darling. Can't see you. Oh, there you are. You're still muted. There you go.
I hit stay muted. Why not? I'm just sending the stuff to you. One sec.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe because I'm on my phone.
All good.
Wish I knew how to do it on the Zoom.
You could nearly turn your camera around and I could screenshot it.
No, it's all good. I just sent it to you. So those butterflies my daughter...
Oh yeah, that she'd painted. Oh, now I've lost you. That'd be right. We'll just give Janet a minute to come back. See if she's coming back. There we go. We lost you there for a second.
Because I'm an idiot. I was flicking through my phone and getting rid of all the applications that I didn't need.
Oh, yep.
You all.
I've done that before. So, what can you tell us about your artwork, darling?
It's upside down, by the way. Okay, so I keep drawing those S's and I have no idea why. I'm still trying to work that out. I don't see them as snakes. I don't feel that they're snakes, but it's just, I just keep drawing them. The line represents my lifeline.
Yep.
And the dots above are both good and bad.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So I've chosen, as part of my awakening, to just have every experience as raw and as authentically as possible. All right? Things down the side, the pink things, the first one I thought represented me, and then I started doing more, and I'm like, oh, well, this is not me. And I've got no idea what that is. Be something, though. That's pretty much all I can tell you about it. Because those were the thoughts that were going through my head when I was putting paint to paper.
Yeah.
So I guess what I feel I'm doing is just working out all the crinks and crannies in my psyche, like trying to understand why I keep reacting certain ways in certain situations.
Yeah.
You know, and I realise that sometimes it will be my shit and sometimes it'll be their shit.
Yeah.
I think I had it also in my head that because I've decided to go back to basics and just experience everything as it comes along, because I don't really know what's going to happen at the end of my life or anything like that.
Yeah.
I have also come to the conclusion that was her story. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be my story, right?
Yeah. So you said this is upside down. The way we're looking at it's upside down, yeah?
Yeah, so turn it the other way around.
Oh, I can't flip it easily, but just
I know.
imagining it. But
yes.
so if
what I
if
did is,
these,
yeah,
well, just to look at what these snakes could be,
yeah.
if
See, he called
that,
them snakes. I call them S's.
yeah, well, I probably shouldn't have used the term snake. Sorry for the interpret the
No, no, it's
your
good.
wiggly lines.
Yeah,
So if the yellow line's your
it means the
your
flow of life.
lifeline.
It means the flow of life for me.
Yeah, okay. So
You know,
does each of those colors represent something, do you think? Like what would green represent to you if you had to just give it a first thing that comes to mind? The green, what would that represent to you?
well, the green represents so much to me. Green is my color.
Yeah.
It always has been my color, and I'll always put green down the paper before I put any other color
Yeah.
down.
Okay. So
So
then what's blue?
blue to me is all about communication,
Yep.
and purple is all about the highest form of light.
Yep. Okay. So then if we just look at the shape, so your green is more of that full S shape, right?
Yeah.
The blue, it's kind of an S, but it's a bit straighter. Most of them have like more straightness to them. And then your purple ones, there's kind of that S-y curve, isn't there? But then one, like this one here, almost makes like that's joined at the end. And
So
then
it's a continuous thing.
this guy's like way off out here. So if you take, green is your color, so it's, something that you love, right? Blue's communication, and then purple's that, higher divine energy. Do
Yep.
those does that difference in the like the way that because you think about like the way you've done it, it's emotion. When you do an artwork, you're moving your hand, so you're creating emotion as you do it. Does that reflect anything for each one of those things, do you think? Like, so the blue of communication, does
Blue
any,
also is very calming for me.
yeah.
I have a lot of blue in my house. That's neither here nor there. Where are you going with this conversation? I'm curious.
Well, I'm asking you questions for you to dig into your artwork, darling. It's not about what I interpret. I'm just sharing what I notice about the shapes and the different placements. It's a way to look at, okay, well, if that color represents that to me,
Mm,
then how, and even how they interact. So how the S's are interacting with with the green is interacting with the purple and the blue. Like some of them are crossing over, others are separate. So it's to look at,
I would have thought that's probably just the way I did it. I didn't even think about it. I just did it.
well,
How to put.
that's one way, but the point of being here is to gain insight from your artwork.
Uh-huh.
So it's and look, it's just playful. It's nothing is set in stone. There's no
Yeah.
right or wrong, because you might look at this today and go, okay, well, yeah, green really feels like this, and then tomorrow you'll look at it and go, hold on, green's actually, maybe it's not the green, maybe it's the shape, maybe it's the placement. Like even, you've got a line that you're saying is your life, and you've got all these experiences above. So what then would that grouping of those squiggly lines underneath that lifeline represent
Well,
as a whole?
I did. Oh, I'd say experiences.
Yeah,
It's all about experience here,
yeah,
and I mean, there's more to it, of course, but here, when I come to these things, I can just be myself.
yeah.
With,
So there are lots of things that you can dig into these artworks, but it's not actually necessary, because like we were talking about in the beginning,
yeah,
if we set the intention at the beginning of each session to be, okay, whatever I need to get out of my system today, when I sit in this meditation, because what we're doing in that meditation is just connecting in with ourselves, right? We are
yeah,
just saying, oh, okay, I am Janet and I'm here today. and I'm not doing anything else for this period of time but just being here and being me. And then I'm giving myself permission to express in a way that I can slap whatever I want on the page. There's no expectation. Like
Yeah.
it's something that it can be quite confronting in the beginning, and it can also create confusion because your mind wants to understand. Quite often when we have these artworks and people get confused and go, "Oh, I don't understand what it is." It's like, it doesn't matter though. That's not the most important part. The most important part is that A, you showed up, B, you did it, and C, you just giving yourself that freedom to express. Because like with the child, we were talking before the recording started about stuff from childhood coming up. And a lot of times as children we can use art to express ourselves when we don't have the language to. But we don't often give ourselves that permission as adults to just freely express what we can't put words to. We feel that we have to create an artwork that's appealing to somebody's eye that might be hung on the wall or may not. And if we can't do something we're happy with, then we don't engage with it.
I don't think that that's a problem for me. my
No,
art skills
and
are
look,
very
and that's
limited.
yeah,
They're
but
really
and
limited.
that's great if
Yes.
you are prepared to engage in a creative outlet, no matter what it is,
Yeah.
with just that, I'm just here to experience it, then that is great because you are shifting. And it doesn't matter whether it's exercising at the gym or, taking a dance class or just, jumping in a bloody dam and going for a swim on a whim, to just
Yeah.
trust that instinctive pull to do the thing that your soul wants you to do in that moment. It's all part of expressing that self. So
I've always enjoyed painting, but I was always taught by this teacher that I had in, I think, Form 1. And she said, you just put what you feel on the paper. And then we'd walk into a classroom and she'd go, we're working on the theme, blah, blah. And you're like, look at it, go, that's not what I want to draw. So after I left school, I just moved on. My passions have always been in doing things, right? So I spent a lot of time with horses when I was a kid. I kind of miss them now, but I've actually discovered that getting into a hot bath is the same as horse riding, the same feeling.
yeah, okay,
When you put your legs over a horse, you're like, I'm home.
yeah,
The same thing with the bath. For
yeah,
me now,
wow,
I've had to adjust because I couldn't
yeah,
raise horses as well as a family without and with all the trials and tribulations I had at the time. I just got on with it,
yeah, yeah,
and then
no, and
I
look,
woke
that's
up and it just upset that balance. It really did. And now
yeah,
through meeting you guys and just getting all my angst out of my mouth, it's helping me realize I've been doing all right all along, and
yeah,
I don't need to change for anyone.
no, that's beautiful, and it is, and it's so true. There's so many people who, we have that self-critical voice in our head. We're not doing it right. We're not doing it enough. We could be doing more. We should be doing more. All of those things
Oh
that
yeah, it
it gets
should be, could be, and
so busy.
yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
but
The other day, Vicky said to me, "Oh, maybe you need to slow down." I go, "If I slow down any further, I'll be dead." And she just laughed her head off. I said, "Really, I need to find activities that make my soul feel alive again because I've allowed my family, my husband's family, to beat me down into the ground
yeah,
in a way. And I won't put up with it anymore. Like, I don't live in their pocket. So therefore, I expect the same response from them
yeah,
because they're not my family. no matter what way. Now this, I have to get this out because it's
Here,
been bothering.
I'll just close this off and I'll stop the recording. But yes, thank you very much. If you've watched the recording, we're just going to continue our little chat afterwards.